In this next lesson, I just want to go and talk about the horizontal rule element that will be representing a thematic break between paragraph level elements. So let's say that I want to go and have a horizontal rule here between my main element and my header element. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use a void element that will not be containing any closing HR tag because it's a void element. And we can see here that once we refresh this, there will be a line between the header section and the about section. Before, the horizontal rule element was used for displaying horizontal rule that can still be applied in your documents, but right now it also has the ability to give semantic meaning by means of separating parts of your document. Let's say we want to separate a content from another content, or we would want to define a change in an HTML page. This can be a change in scene or story, or a shift of topic within a section. So in this case, we have the header container here, and we want to identify that we're moving to another section, which is the About Me section. So we can also go put here inside of our main element a horizontal rule that will separate the About Me section and the Children Original Story section. So at least we will have here a means for us to identify visually and thematically or semantically that we are now moving to another section of our document. The HR element also has certain attributes that we can go and implement. So let's say we have the horizontal rule here and we can implement 50%. Let's see what will that do. We can also specify the color. Let's say white. Okay, or let's have it green. So this will be more visually visible. We can also specify the height if we want. So let's say I want to have a height of 5 pixels. So you would see that there's that 5 pixels value. And we can specify a background color. Let's say we have here red. So you would see that we have a color red for the background. We can go and specify the border width if we want to go and give it a higher border width. So let's try 50 pixels. You would see that there's a bigger border here. So that's 10 pixels. So you would see that we can play around with the different properties of the HR element here. You can also go and remove the border if you want. So let's go and try removing the border. And you would see that the green there is now gone. I'm hoping you got the idea on how to maximize the use of the horizontal rule element. And just remember, this is a void element and we don't need to have a closing tag and that it's an empty element. We can still put the forward slash if we want this to be compliant with XHTML. So again, that's just for us to be able to comply with the requirements if we will be writing our HTML code. And we want it to be complying with XHTML, Extensible Hypertext Markup Language. So let me just go and put a forward slash here.